Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Today, students, we are looking at the AS level paper, economics, paper 1, and specifically it is paper 12. The code is 9708. It's a March 2020 paper, and you know that you have an hour to solve this A level economics MCQ paper. Today we are going to solve question number 1 till question number 10. So it means 10 MCQs I'll be solving and I'll explain with their answers. So the question is production possibility curve of a desert island economy where inhabitants produce just two commodities, that is coconuts versus fish. Coconuts and fish. What explains the shape of a production possibility curve? So if you are well prepared for this ES level, even in the O levels also, you know that when there is a straight line, it is considered to be a PPC with constant opportunity cost. So look at the option D. It's a straight line, right? Inverse relation, of course, but a straight line shows that the opportunity cost of increasing fish production is constant. So we pick question number 1, D, as our answer because the shape of the straight line PPC shows that it is going to express the constant opportunity cost. Okay, looking at question number 2, a worker earns $40 per hour. Rather than work, she decides to visit a museum for 3 hours, and the visit costs a total of $40. So what is the opportunity cost of visiting the museum? It's very simple that she is not working for 3 hours, so 40 multiplied by 3 will give you $120. Option C, that is the opportunity cost. So if she is visiting a museum and love for history, then she has to sacrifice $120. Not much if you have a great love for the historic things. So your answer is C. Okay, question number 3. Before going into the detail of question number 3, we should know that normative economics is something which is based on a value judgment, and it may not be a fact. It's not a fact, in fact. And positive economics means that you are describing something which is a fact and it will be true in all the circumstances. So it is not a value judgment. So now we can read the question. A newspaper article contains the following comments. The burden of the text should be shifted more to the highest earners. Should be, ought to be, that is all normative economics. It is in the public interest that key services are nationalized. So it is also again a value judgment, someone's opinion. Question C is which type of economic statement is illustrated by each comment. So obviously both of them are normative, so we pick A as our answer. Now looking at question number 4, again I'll repeat March 2020. This is paper AS level paper. Question number 1 till 10 we are solving. So this is question number 4. Which change in the way resources are allocated in an economy is consistent with moving from a planned, that is government controlled economy, to a market economy which is controlled by the private producers. So out of these options, a minimum price guarantee for apple producers is removed. Who set the minimum prices? Government. So it is not a government controlled economy. We are moving from the planned economy to the market economy. So option A is the correct one in these out of these 4 options. So minimum price barrier cannot be used now because there is lesser or no role of the government, because we are moving from the planned economy to the market economy. Come to question number 5. In which circumstances will the total expenditure by consumers on a good increase when its price increases? And we know that when the goods are priced inelastic in nature, even if you increase the prices, you should increase the prices. The producers, they should increase the prices to get more revenue. So question number 5, we pick B, where it is given demand for the good is price inelastic. Okay, so you can read the question again. In which circumstances will the total expenditure by the consumers on the good increase? Of course, it will increase, and they will pay more because the demand for the goods, if it is price inelastic, then majority of the beer will be taken by the consumer himself. Okay, looking at question number 6, when will a manufacturer's ability to increase the quantity supplied in the short run be greater? So, in the short run, they are saying, okay. So, out of these, when the labor is uh, immobile, so that will definitely not help the production process at all. B, when the spare capacity exists. So if you have a spare capacity, you can increase the level of supply. That can be the answer. Look at option C, when the product is perishable. No, perishable goods, they can be damaged or may not be used after a long duration of storage. So it cannot be the answer. Perishable goods are fruits, for example, vegetables. When unemployment is low, so you get more labor available, that can be some in some way can be the option, but the best answer will be supply is always related to the spare capacity, and in the short run that will definitely increase your level of supply. Question number 7, the diagram is showing the market for strawberries. Some of the students who like strawberry, this is the question for them. The original equilibrium position is X. Where is X? Over here. And what will be the new position following the failure of strawberries to ripen? So if they are taking more time, supply will definitely decrease, and a fall in the price of the cream, a complement to strawberries. So if the prices of a complement is decreasing, then the demand for the other complement will also increase as the prices are decreasing. So what do we have to look for? A decrease in supply and an increase in demand. So from X, you are going to move to point A. Why? Because decrease in supply means S1 to S3, and uh, increase in demand means that D1 to D2. So what is the common point over there? A. A will be your answer. Question number 8, good X is related to good Y, so it means that either they will be a substitute or the complements. Incomes increase and the price of the good Y falls. So good Y will be an inferior product and incomes are increasing. Which combination would give the greatest increase in the demand for good X? So if good X is a normal good, then with the increase in the income, its demand will definitely increase. And if for good uh, Y, it will be the case that if it is a complement, then complement is receiving the price of the good Y is falling, so its demand will increase. So it will also add to the increase in demand for good X. So we pick C as the answer. Normal good, that should be the nature of good X, and the relationship of good X and good Y should be that they are should be complements. So C is the correct option. We are looking at question number 9. What must be correct when the free market for a good is in disequilibrium? Disequilibrium occurs when the demand is not equals to supply, and there can be excess demand or excess supply, or shortage of supply maybe. The quantity of good demanded differs from the quantity supplied. So option C right away. This MCQ will not take a lot of time. So question number 9 part D is your answer. 10th question is power station burns waste to produce electricity. This also produce a byproduct of fertilizers for farmers. So it means that if the demand for electricity is increasing, then definitely the demand for the fertilizers will also increase. And also, when they are using the fertilizer for electricity, then there is also a byproduct of fertilizer for the farmers can also be produced. So there is double advantage. What is the effect in the fertilizer market of an increase in the demand for electricity? So if the demand for electricity is increasing, so it means that more fertilizers will be uh, in demand. So the supply also will increase for, because more electricity will be generated, demanded, so more fertilizers will be demanded, and also they will be supplied as well. So the prices are going to decrease because the fertilizers will receive a price drop down. Why? Because there is more electricity generation. So when the supply increases for a particular product, we know that its price will come down, and the demand is of course increasing for the fertilizers. So question number 10, we have got the answer as A. The price of the fertilizer falls and the quantity demanded increases. So I have explained the reasons. Now look at the things which I have written over here. So you can have a glance at the end also. We were solving question number 1 till question number 10, March 2020, ES level economics MCQ. So here I've written all these answers, and the explanation is also there. So I've explained this also. So this is just a bit of a recap. Thank you, students, and keep watching my videos.